day that we fall silent about the things that matter. These words by Martin Luther King could not be more relevant and appropriate than they are today. We are indeed in a climate emergency, and every species on the planet is feeling the heat. From the charred landscapes of Australia to the ravaged beaches of the Bahamas to the melting polar ice caps, we are seeing that every ecosystem is affected by climate change. And that is why it is such a pleasure to welcome you here today to the Sustainability Symposium 2020. Because today we are going to speak loudly and think boldly about climate solutions that solve for what's happening in our world, for those very real realities that will transform us and bring us to a future that values, embraces, and embodies the nexus between sustainability, social equality, and financial abundance. As we know, the built environment plays a substantial role in this transformation, not just in terms of creating homes and buildings that are energy efficient, that conserve water, that are healthy and have good indoor air quality, that utilize smart technologies and renewable energy, but built spaces that allow us to live with dignity and age with grace. Built spaces that can withstand nature's fury and that don't cost millions or billions or now even trillions to repair and to remodel and to rebuild when those inevitable natural disasters occur. And that's particularly appropriate because in the US alone today, 500,000 people, 500,000 people every night sleep on the streets. And we have a 7 million unit shortage of affordable houses. As Martin Luther King said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Those numbers are simply not acceptable. And something else to think about, another number that's fairly daunting, 10. Experts now say that we have 10 years to clean up our act before we enter into the Pyrocene. This is a new era we've never seen before, a fire age, much like an ice age, but the other end of the spectrum. And certain experts and climate scientists, for example, Arizona State University professor Stephen Pine believes that if we enter this Pyrocene era, we will be in a no analog, no turning back scenario where, as he says, the arc of knowledge that has connected us with history will be broken, and we will have no insight into the future in this Pyrocene era. Now that's fairly daunting and dramatic, I know, but there is reason for hope. I am hopeful because of the innovation and the bold commitments that we see every day that are being made by corporations, cities, states, certain countries that are solving for climate change. I am hopeful by the unprecedented numbers of people protesting in the streets. I am for climate action. I am hopeful because of the level of visibility that climate action now has in the presidential debates. And I am hopeful because of Greta. Oh, Greta, need I say more? Time Person of the Year, Nobel Prize nominee, Greta. As we look in the face of the Pyrocene era, may Greta and her colleagues deliver us from the fire into a future that is filled with sunlight and with clean air and fresh water and productive soil. And may Greta and her colleagues manifest the magical thinking that is a sustainable future
And may we, as today's leaders, empower and enable Greta and her friends to create that future. May that be the legacy that we give to our children and their children and generations beyond them and to the planet. So on that note, I'm going to pass the mic to some other folks that are going to talk about these bold solutions for solving for our climate. But before I do, of course, I have to thank our sponsors. Ingersoll Rand, Samsung, DuPont, Zappos, Jinko Solar, and Mitsubishi Electric Train are our national sponsors that help us not just with this event, but with many other things throughout the year. They help us spread the good word. So please join me in a round of applause for these wonderful companies. We also have a fantastic list of national partners as well as local partners and sponsors, so thank you to all of you for your support. Thank you to Mike Collignan, who is the voice of God today behind the scenes. Thank you to Annette Bubach for all of your help. And thanks to all of you for being here. As you can see, we have a big venue. But let's fill this, if not with people, with enthusiasm and with ideas and with encouragement. And I think if we can do that today, and if we can all leave here feeling as big as our venue is, because we just couldn't pass up supporting UNLV and being here in this lovely venue when they offered it to us, then I think we will have a very, very successful day. So again, thank you all for being here with us today. I appreciate it.